Hey everyone, this is Shagg, and now I'm going to explain what was up with that video earlier today. You might be able to read and see that this is Well of Souls. Basically, Well of Souls was a game from the 90s, made by basically one guy, not me. I didn't make it. It's not a Flash game either. You can go download it at the website that was clearly visible on the title a second ago, if you really want to. It's free. It's basically a really early sort of MMO-like thing, and the entire reason I pulled it out of the 90s and played it was because it's very nostalgic for me. About 7 years ago, I first played this and met someone who became a good friend and led the way to me meeting several other people. So why am I playing this now? I have no idea. So, let's talk about more in depth about what's going on. Just so I can nostalgia about this game. There's solo and multiplayer, which is funny because like a while ago people actually played this game, but now there's 6 servers and there's only 10 people playing it at the moment, which is kind of depressing, in a way. But you can still play by yourself, of course. And here we come to another main thing about Well of Souls. You can develop your own worlds. Naturally, I tried this and failed because of my lack of programming knowledge at some point. But Evergreen here is the official world by the creator of Well of Souls, and Arianel, whatever you want to call it, is another big world. Not official, but one that I played a lot, made by some other group. There was another one like ROT, which stood for something, and it was all like dark, edgy, whoa, and I don't remember what exactly, but I didn't play it very much because I'm not a big fan of dark, edgy, whoa. So let's talk about Evergreen for a minute. Evergreen, with the slow intro text, which applies to the entire game, really, but Dan Samuel, that's the dude who made everything. So it's not me. But anyways. So this over here is just a character I had from a while ago when I played this, but yeah, you have a whole bunch of different options here. Though in Evergreen they all amount to the same thing. Magic is more important than hand. Hand being physical attacking strength. So that's just like, I don't know, I don't really feel like making a dude right now, but the guy I played over here is a scavenger, which is a unique class that can only use what they find, which is always fun. So let's just incarnate over here. Hooray. Another thing that I liked about this game a whole lot is that you can make skins, which basically means you can make your character look like whatever the heck you want. You have like different animation frames to deal with. So naturally there's lots of like, I could make Sephiroth lol, that's someone else's. And I dealt in a lot of weird modifications of things. And I made a few original sprites too back in the day. Look, there's Gygus. That's silly. Anyway, so I have a whole bunch of random stuff, I guess. Back in the day, I liked to call myself Mino Lance, and that's really stupid. Anyway, I guess I kinda de-equipped the frog boots, which allow me to cross the water. Whoa. Hyper advanced gameplay mechanic. So there's a crocodile. And the Mortal Kombat theme. Well of Souls obviously didn't use all original music, but they did use some. It still sticks in my head a little bit. So let's go investigate the world, I guess. Don't really know exactly why I'm doing this. Huh, I found a better ring at some point. Okay. So yeah. I don't have a lot to say about this game, even though it's very nostalgic for me. Except that, oh no, a fire imp. Recently they added, like, apparently, like, hotkeys over here, and that's in the most recent version, which was in, like, 2008. This game doesn't update very often. I might do like a Shagg Nostalgia Week bonus thing. Just kind of out of nowhere, because that looks like where this is going. Now go dance. Alright. But basically, game mechanics of Well of Souls. You take a class, each class has certain weapons. You get armor and stuff too, of course. I don't have an EMP! Oh no! Okay. Let's see. That's bad. Yeah. It has a bit tongue-in-cheek messages like that. But anyways, what am I talking about? Let's try to remember what I'm talking about. Thinking about what I'm talking about. Well, I've run out of words, sort of. That's not true. So, each class has different weapons, including weird oddities like the book user. Nope, no fighting. The book user is a particular oddity. But, you also have 8 magical elements, which in the case of Evergreen are the more classical sorts of elements. Each element being strong against the opposite one on the grid. Like, for example, spirit and nature, or life and death, or water and fire, or air and earth. Those aren't the elements you have to have if you're making a world, though. You can have really weird things, which I'll get to in a minute. But basically, you go around, there's some quests to do. There's a main storyline in Evergreen where there's like the Black Death, or whatever it's called. The Black Wrath, that's what it is. But it was never really completed. You can still fight it, but there's no lead up, there's no build up to it after a while. But whatever. Basically, you go around and use the hunt button to hunt for monsters, which you then swiftly punish with your whatever you use. In my case, music, because that's just what I happen to have. Scavengers can train in any weapon, of course. I really like the world map music, by the way. Just saying. And you can also get pets if you train certain spirit. If you train in spirit and get the charm and whatever spells that I can't remember at the moment, you can get and raise pets which you can then train and even fight people with. So it's basically a really basic thing, basically. But enough of that nonsense. Let's check out some other nonsense instead. Just quit, huh? Is this how you cope with adversity? You just want to up and quit the game? By the way, I'd totally consider LPing this. Even though I don't know how possible that is. Let's look at Arianel.